But for now, that's the book of tables.
Welcome back to the channel. You know, I didn't have an upload last week, and I just really didn't know what I could film cleaning and decluttering related, because I've just really had my life together lately. That is, of course, except for this room. We are currently in my bedroom, which if you've been here a while, you know that I often let this room go. There is literal clutter on every single surface in this room. I'm gonna pop up a view from my bed. So this is what I see when I wake up every morning. This is not how one is supposed to start their day. And I'd be lying if I said it didn't affect me. So we really, really need to take care of this. I don't know if this is going to be a 1 hour better or a procrastination video, because honestly, it's both. It's gotten so out of control that I just don't want to do it. And also, I am so overwhelmed that the idea of doing this from start to finish has me paralyzed. 1 hour, we're gonna set the timer, we're gonna get it done. I even have my husband here today who is going to join me and help me in this room. This is probably my most favorite trick when attempting kind of overwhelming spaces or tasks that I just do not want to do. We set the timer 1 hour. Your time may be different. 1 hour is what works for me. You may be 15 minutes. Or you may even be able to do 2 hours. And we're just going to see how much we can get done. When I started filming this video, I wasn't planning on double stacking 1 hour bedders. But this particular day, I was so motivated and I had to be laser focused on this task at hand and not get distracted, because I needed to build the momentum. And so in this video, my first 1 hour is going to be doing just that. We're going to build the momentum and make a huge impact by picking up the visual clutter and mess here. And when I start these overwhelming tasks, before I even begin, I'm looking around the room to see, where do I even start? Because if you saw, it was stuff everywhere. So my plan to build the momentum was to change the sheets and the bedding and to fold that big basket of clothes that was on the floor to the left of me. I prefer to fold my clothes in the laundry room, but sometimes when I get backed up, I just like to make my bed and dump it all out onto the bed and knock it out. The bed just gives me a large surface to work. So let's go for a ride in the laundry basket. It's clean, don't worry. How's it smell? Does it smell good? I know y'all are so impressed with my filmography skills. And you know what? There's more where that came from. So I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you do not have to rely on the YouTube algorithm to bring you back to me. If you're new here, my content is built around doing my dadgum best. That's it. In cleaning and decluttering and in health. I don't strive for perfection, clearly. I kicked perfection out of here after year 1 of my channel. Yeah, she was no longer invited here. In fact, I freely rest in my imperfections thanks to a Heavenly Father who has shown me I don't have to be anything more than I already am. In my weakness, He is made strong. My wish is for all my friends to find that kind of freedom. So if you are out there doing your best but not feeling like you are enough, well, you are, period. Not going to even fight with you. You are. And I invite you to hang out here with me. I can be your auntie, your sis, your mama, whatever you need me to be, that is just here to love you right where you are at. There are days I am stuck in bed because I struggle with chronic pain and fatigue. And you know what? Even on those days, guess what? I do my best. It may just be survival mode and not pretty, but it's still my best. And I can have peace in that. I used to beat myself up on those quote unquote bad days. We call them rest days now. But I don't do that anymore. I consider myself a type A person stuck in a dysfunctional body. Do you know what it's like to be a type A person stuck in a dysfunctional body? It's torture. When my body would go down and I couldn't do everything I needed to do that day, well, let's just say there ain't no one meaner to me than myself on those days. No one could call me worse things than I would call myself. And that's why I make a point at the end of every video to say, go say something kind to yourself. It's so important, the thoughts that you put and allow in your mind. The more you tell yourself something, the more you're going to believe it. So make sure it's something kind. Okay, I only have about 5 minutes left, and I'm going to see how big of a dent I can make on this right here. Recently, my mom brought me a whole bunch of makeup. The girls have pretty much already gone through this. That's pretty.
Oh, Mom, hurry up. Hurry up.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Instafix highlighting stick. You know what? I am not going to have enough time to go through all this. It's going to probably take all my 5 minutes. So I think to make a bigger impact, we're going to set this on the ground and come back to it at a later time.
What are you going to do in the meantime, Mom?
I'm going to clean up the rest of this.
You have a few more minutes left.
I know. And one problem I'm having is I've started to keep a lot of my filming equipment and business stuff in here. And I really need a better storage solution for that. Did y'all recognize that little timer in the background? That was in my last video. And I think I'm on the fence on that one because you can hear it. It's like that tick, 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 tick. It reminds me of Peter Pan with the crocodile. And I'm thinking it's giving me the same anxiety it would give Captain Hook with the ticking in the background. So I'm not sure if I like it for this purpose alone. It just added a little bit too much pressure. If you do use one like this, I probably would recommend setting it outside the room where you can't hear it. Oops. Alright, time's up. I'm gonna go put all this away real quick that's in my hands, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like after exactly 1 hour. While I put this away, I'm gonna flash back to where we started. And here's my view now. So we have some improvements, still a whole bunch of clutter. If you recall, there was a ton of stuff on the floor here. So we got that all picked up. Surfaces are looking a little bit better. Now remember, this was a 2-person job cleaning this room, so it seemingly like we got a lot done. Stephen was working in the background. I was very thankful to have his help today. Normally I end my 1 hour betters here, but I think I'm gonna keep going. Not today, but tomorrow. This way, hopefully it will kind of encourage you to see what consecutive 1 hour betters will do. I mean, it's a way that we can both keep from getting burnt out. So it'll be a couple seconds for you. It'll be the next day for me. Next day, Shannon here. Yesterday we tackled the first hour where we made a huge impact. And thinking today, I want to take this next 1 hour better and really do a detailed clean declutter where I actually go through the stuff and put it away, get stuff out that I'm not using. So this next hour probably won't leave as big of a visual impact as much as it will be a impact. You know what I mean? So I'm going to focus on this makeup desk and the tops of my dresser. See if I can't declutter those. He or she, probably she, since 99% of you are she's. Based on the analytics, the odds are good. The person that sent this says that they save these little inspirational messages when they come across them, and then they crop them and have them printed in these little 4x4 prints. Got a little business card stand to set it up. I just thought that that was a lot of effort for somebody to do for me, which made me feel really good. So anyway, I'll probably leave that out here. But I also have all these letters that I need to respond to you guys. I like to write everyone back. I'm very slow at doing it, but I do end up doing it. Anyway, so I need a spot to set those, as well as this little basket of plugs and stuff for my computer and camera and memory cards and whatever. I actually have this GoPro that I got because I want to do like double angle filming type things. But I need a good place to store that as well. So I have an empty basket in the closet, and I think I'm just going to relocate this stuff into a bigger bin that's not taking up precious real estate on my makeup desk. That way we can keep this kind of clutter free and clear, but still have a functioning space that makes sense. Okay, so I did just find out who it is, and because she happened to send me another letter and I recognized the sticker. So Luann, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I'm gonna put these here and in here. I like to keep the stuff together until I can write back. That way I remember who sent what. And this letter came back to me. I sent to one of you guys and it came back to me. So Charlotte, if you're watching, I did write you back, but it came back, so I don't know if I had the address wrong or what.
Okay. Mama, I get these I could go, but I need a slime tickle.
Ooh, wildflower mix.
Slime on.
Oh, Chick-fil-A card?
What? $100 Chick-fil-A card?
Mm-hmm.
$100?
Probably just 10. Your eyes do not deceive you. It is a new day. I got distracted yesterday. We had a lot going on at the house, so had to step away from this. So this is now day 3, but that's okay. Life happens, right? Yeah, life happens. So I only got about 10 minutes done yesterday, and I'm just gonna reset the clock for an hour. I've got plenty to do. I'm energized. I'm ready to go. I want to do things like clean this furry fan, as well as just give this a good solid clean on the outside and go through the drawers, which I'm not looking forward to because I know that I've got a lot of decisions to make, and me no likey decisions when it comes to decluttering. But I focus on what it's going to feel like when it's done, when I can open the drawer, look, and be able to find what I need. So without further ado, let's go. So I want to know, do you watch cleaning videos on YouTube to clean along with? Do you watch them to get motivation? Or do you watch them to get cleaning satisfaction? Because maybe you aren't able to do that for yourself, and that's okay. There's no wrong answer. I'm just curious to know what you get out of videos like this. I'll tell you what camp I'm in. I'm into camp, watch them to get motivation. I enjoy watching them, and sometimes I watch them just to get the satisfaction because maybe I'm not able to get up and do it for myself. But for the most part, I like to turn them on when I need the motivation to get things done. I have tried to put them on to clean along with, but I always get stuck watching, so I don't ever get anything accomplished. So I just tend to turn it on, pause it if I've got the bug to get up and move and come back to it, or watch it to the end. A lot of times I have to see that clean, finished surface to get the motivation. You know what I mean? I have to see the process from start to finish, and then that makes me want to get up and go do it to my own space. That's just how my brain's wired. But I'm curious to know how y'all are wired. At first glance on this makeup desk, it didn't look that dirty, but when I was done cleaning this, my rag was covered in what looked like foundation. So there was a lot of hidden dust on this makeup desk, and you can even see it kind of coming back to life with the cleaner. I really do not deserve such a beautiful piece of furniture. My mom gave me this antique desk, and but I'm just so hard on my furniture to begin with, and so is the rest of my family. We are just not delicate people, and I need to find like a good refinishing oil to put on this to rehydrate it, because it really is gorgeous. How often do y'all clean your makeup brushes? I have to admit, this is probably only the second time I've ever cleaned my makeup brushes. Yeah, I am certain you're supposed to clean them more than that. I do have like a sanitizing spray that I will spray on there from time to time, but yeah, I don't clean them at all. And the only reason why I'm doing it is, one, they need it, and two, some precious little girls got into my makeup brushes with the James Charles Rainbow palette and just put random colors on all my brushes. So they were due for a cleaning. But I'm curious to know how often you're supposed to clean them. Like this, not just with sanitizing spray. Like full on dunk in soap and water clean. So I have had this nifty little brush cleaner contraption where you have this little bowl for water and then this electronic spinny thing that you dip your brushes in, and then they spin dry. You spin them in the water to rinse, and then you take them out and you spin them dry. I've had this for a long time, and I don't know if I lost them or if it just didn't come with them. I didn't have enough of these little black fittings to fit all the different size brushes I had. So most of my eyebrow brushes I just had to do by hand, which, I think this little contraption is good in theory, but it does take a lot of time to switch out the fittings for the different sizes. And ultimately, I just think it's a big waste of time. It is fun, though. It is fun. I'm not going to link it, though, because you don't need to waste your money on this. I just ended up drying it with a towel, and it did just as good a job drying them off. So you don't need a fancy tool when you have an absorbent towel that will do. Just that amount of work, that tells you how much time I wasted. I only have 25 minutes left out of an hour. So we got to make some quick decisions in these drawers. Let's go. I consider playing in makeup one of my hobbies, but I don't like to collect it, and I don't like to spend too much money on it. I will only ever have 2 or 3 options of each category at any given time that I go between. And when I find myself stop reaching for a product, I will usually just toss it and get it out of there. Or if there's still life in it, I will sanitize and pass on to my girls to play with. So what you see in these drawers is all I own. And for a hobbyist, I think it's a pretty small collection. One of my drawers is actually dedicated to my gel nail system, and you will get a glimpse of that later on in the video. Lipsticks and lip glosses are my only exception, and honestly, I limit it to these 3 little containers. So I push myself to make sure I can open these containers. I can pull out the drawers. So, but, you just got to have a lot of options when it comes to lip color. These I got from the Target Dollar Spot several years ago. And I like them to organize my lippies. So here you notice I put these. These are the colors I wear. Oh, you can't see. So I put a few in here. These are the ones that I usually wear daily. And then the rest I have categorized into dark neutrals, light neutrals, or light pinks, and then fun colors. So that feels really good. So much better. And now I'm going to go through these that my mom passed down to me and get rid of what it looks bad or is just not going to be my style. My mom has actually been going through her own decluttering journey, and I'm so proud of her. She has made me the beneficiary of a lot of things. I try not to make a habit out of taking things in that I've got to go through, because sometimes I can get to it, sometimes I can't. But the two exceptions I make are makeup and kids' clothes, because one, makeup is expensive. And two, kids grow too fast, and replacing clothes also expensive. So those two areas I'm not very good at saying no to. I hear somebody screaming in the comments that it is unsanitary to take used makeup from other people, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but it's family, and I'm willing to assume the risk. My mom has a lot of good quality makeup here, and if you notice, I am tossing quite a bit that looks sketchy or dried up or used, so do not worry, okay? I also have like a sanitizing makeup spray that I spray on my brushes that I can take care of germs no problem. So I will assume the risk. You don't have to. All right, we got that pretty sorted. All these little extra things are still look pretty good, but I just don't want them, so I'm gonna let my girls go through them, and I'm just gonna let them take turns on what they want. Here's the final result for the lippies. So we're gonna put those back in the drawer. We have less than 5 minutes on these two drawers, but let's see if we can beat the clock. This was the drawer that inspired this 1 hour better. I had literally 6 different foundations in this drawer, and I really only need 2. You know, one for when my skin's dry and one for the summer when I'm a sweaty mess. No need for 6. All right, time's up, but we're gonna finish. We're gonna finish this. Finishing this drawer did take an additional 5 minutes, and I learned today that these detailed and decluttering jobs, they take a lot more time than they look. Cleaning and decluttering this desk, the makeup brushes, and going through the drawers took my whole hour. Remember at the beginning I said I wanted to do the dresser too? I clearly wasn't planning on spending a whole hour just on this makeup desk, but it needed it. And there was some visual impact here because the top of this desk was holding a lot of clutter, and now it is not. But the biggest impact is being able to open these drawers and see everything. I actually like to keep my makeup pretty minimal, and I had been putting off going through my products and getting rid of what I wasn't using, and so it needed to be done. And I needed the time to do that, and I'm glad I took the time to do that. You know, the first day we did a big, massive visual clean. It made a huge difference, and that really helped propel me forward into this little tiny maintenance cleaning. And that's what I like about the 1 hour better. At that 1 hour mark, you have permission to stop, put a pin in it, or you have the permission to keep going. So today I had probably an extra 5 minutes to finish this desk and call it a completed task. So I went beyond the 1 hour. The girls were very happy to receive all that makeup. We're going to put this back up on the procrastination list and tackle this another day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you haven't already, go say something kind to yourself. Please hit that subscribe button, and we will see you in the next one.